Hi, my name is Greg Turner. The book I chose to read was Teach Like Your Hair's on Fire by Rafe, Esquith. This book was very interesting to me. Generally, I would say it was about an experienced teacher's methods to have the most successful classroom as possible. He puts in a lot of work, he's got a lot of experience, and he tries to share the knowledge that he's gained over years of teaching in a classroom to new teachers and even experienced teachers. Some of the top things I took from the book were, first of all, replacing fear with trust. I think that's crucial because I think when we all look back at teachers that we've had success with and teachers that we felt, we didn't relate to as well or we didn't do as great as we had hoped in their classroom, typically the teachers we did not relate with used fear as a motivator rather than having trust with the students. I really liked that he touched on this point, and I really enjoyed that. Another point was be a role model. I think it's crucial that you're a role model to students. I think even when they don't let you know it, teachers definitely, are one of the most important people in kids' lives. And I think it's up to all of us to make sure that we are role models and we do lead by example. Another thing, once in chapter 5, he has a quote that I'd like to share with you. He says, "All students must be taught to understand numbers, ways of representing numbers, relationships among numbers, and number systems. Understanding meanings of operations and how they relate to one another. Compute fluently and make reasonable estimates." I really agree with this, and I think that what he's saying is make sure that they understand the foundation of what is going on, and you're not simply stating tricks and how to do things shorthand and learning just algorithmic thinking. I want to be a high school math teacher, and I think one of the biggest problems is with math, people do not learn exactly what is going on. They don't understand the deeper meaning behind what they're doing. They're simply doing computations. When you're simply doing computations, you're just not going to ever truly learn it. You need to understand what's going on and what the deeper root behind how you're getting there is. I think that it was just a really neat chapter, and he displays ways to do this by games, by kind of opening up the minds. Overall, I think the most important thing he says is, expect a lot out of yourself and expect a lot out of your students. And I think this is just a great way to think, and it's how I want to teach. I want to demand a lot out of myself. I want to make sure I'm doing everything I possibly can to make sure that my students are succeeding, and I don't want to sell them short. Another point in the book, he speaks about don't not teach a lesson just because you think it's too hard. And I really like that, because I don't think you're ever going to get people's best if you don't try your best to see what they can give you. And overall, I enjoyed the book. I feel like it was a nice thing to read because it was from an experienced teacher who is sharing his experience with the rest of us. So if it's not a book you chose, I think it would be a good one to look at just so we can all do our best to be better teachers. Thank you very much.